up? You made it. Good morning. Sorry for the delay, crew. I had technical vehicle issues this morning. My car was supposed to be delivered yesterday, and they kept it. So here I am, garage bound today. Could be worse. Philip, how are you feeling today? How rude. That's all right. Apparently, I thought I was taking it in for like a big service, just getting tires, and I told you guys yesterday, I don't know what a bushing rod was, but turns out I guess I just kind of needed one of everything. They're like, oh, we have it for a long time. Let's just do one of everything. I'm like, what? Excuse me? Okay. M30 told me I needed that rod, so yes on the rod. I guess I needed brakes. I mean, who knew? I guess brakes are important. I guess. Philip, you still have that? Oh my gosh. It legitimately, like that day, I was laughing so hard. Even just the language that you came up with, just like the words. I felt like the words you came up with were the best part. That's why it was so funny. Who comes up with that? How do you know how English people talk, Philip? It was the language. It was so good. Don't mind me. I'm just writing down the workout as we chat. Because if you didn't get enough jumping this weekend, we've got more in store for you. Erica, good morning. Erica, how did your teeth go? I was very impressed by your dedication yesterday and that you took us in the back room of the dentist office with you. I mean, I feel like that's like M30 gold stars. We should get you a foil shirt for that. We'll take M30 to the dentist office. I feel like Eilish gets one of those too. I mean, Philip, there was no turning back. Was it just a cleaning, Erica? Like fun fact. Tell me your guys' like fun fact that maybe people don't know about you. I love the dentist. I love getting my teeth cleaned. I know that seems strange. I love it. Who doesn't want clean teeth? Man, makes me want to make a dentist appointment right now. I already have like the mini tools that they'll let you have to clean my teeth, but I don't know why. I think it's because my dad traumatized me by telling me that, teeth were an investment. He didn't let me get braces until college because my brother got braces when he was young. And by the time he got out of high school, his teeth looked like he'd never had braces. So my dad was like, that's the worst investment I've made. So because your brother doesn't take care of his teeth and wear his retainer, you're not getting braces until you go to college. So from that point on, I was like, I'm taking care of my teeth. Gary, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Diana, good morning. Stefan, welcome. Good morning. Eilish, good morning. So, funny story, Erica, you hate the dentist. I know. See, most people hate it. I just love it. So, funny story, Gary. I'm trying to go to sleep last night, figuring out that I'm not going to have a car in the morning. And I guess my little drop down, like chat drop down, entered, and all I see is a message that Gary says, at the next train with Rich, he's wearing basically cow booty shorts and a cow mask. And I couldn't chat, Gary, because I knew I wouldn't go to sleep because I know myself and I would start laughing and just waking myself right up before bed. But I had a good chuckle. So I just thought I'd share that publicly with people today. And also on the note, we're unlisted today, gang. We're going to go public tomorrow when I'm back in the barn. But because of my car issues, we're doing It's like our private Tuesday session. It makes it special because we're not usually private on Tuesday. So it was like you need to do the cowboy and booty shorts and my cow head and then do the little microphone emoji, Gary. So it's like mic drop, George, little dude, you're early today. Dean, hey, George, they told me that I needed like one of everything on my car. So that's why I'm locked in the garage today. They were supposed to bring it back yesterday. And they're like, oh, well, you need tires. Apparently I needed rear brakes because they said it was like touching metal or something. Who knew? I couldn't tell that. And then I needed that bushing rod, which I thought was called a brushing rod until Philip and Kim reminded me yesterday that I was saying it wrong. And something that spins that has like some rubber is torn. I don't know about that. Philip, I don't clear them. I tried to go back and read them. I just couldn't, I know myself because once you get me chatting, I don't stop. And I was like, I can't be up all night. I've got to be up early. Eilish, double under tips. Heck yes. Let me finish. I'm almost done writing this minimal down and then we will go over those. Honestly, a lot of it is about doing them every day. I always, I asked the girls and guys the other day, because we've been on this 10, almost 11 year CrossFit journey. And I was like, hey, I was asking Haley and Tasia and Luke, did you guys have any movements that made you ridiculously frustrating? Like you were so frustrated to learn that, you melt down, angry, and double unders for that for me. Like I would sit and get so angry. And that was, as Jim calls it, that was an adversity challenge to me. I had to get through that. That's when I was a little more emotional. I needed to stop that. But they're hard. And part of doing them is you just have to do a little bit every day, assuming you're like Achilles and things can handle it, or at least every other day, because that's what's going to make it happen. Although I videoed my doing the workout yesterday, and I have to figure out because I saw again, was it Rich's video of doing it this morning? Just the difference. And this is just a subtle difference in double unders, guys, of when I do it, I have a tendency, I do 2 here and then I do one like this. It's so bizarre. I'll have to show you the video. And if you watch Rich do it, his hands never leave this plane. And I say that slowly to emphasize the more relaxed you are, the easier they're going to be. And it's also efficiency. But even myself, we always have stuff to learn, right? I notice I do this for some reason. I go 1, 2, 1, 2, and I don't really. We'll do a little tutorial. I know we've kind of done some before, but we'll do a couple reminders real quick. And then it's like homework. I want everyone to send me a video of them working on their double unders today, whether they have them or not. We're going to analyze your wrists and your relaxed shoulders and your jump. And I guarantee if we look at those 3 things today, you could have more double unders than you've had within 3 days. Because it's also hard to, you can't see yourself. That's why I always tell people, I think I am an advocate of videoing yourself and your movements because, at least for me, I'm super visual. But I think there's just so much to learn by seeing yourself in the movement. And when you're doing double unders, you can't see yourself doing them. So you might not be seeing your mistakes. Sounds obvious, but it's a little counterintuitive. And then you watch a video, it's like when you're squatting heavy and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I got that rep. And then you look at the video and you're like, it didn't even look hard. I'm being dramatic. I need to calm down. All right, crew, I'm almost done. Let me just write out this accessory. And again, guys, if for some reason your legs are just feeling spent, that you've just done so many double unders or jumping or single unders or any kind of hopping, you can totally sub high knees today. We could do burpees. There's a many things we could do because I don't want, you have to take care of those calves. And if you're already walking like a dog in socks, let's protect you. Rose. Almost there, gang. Wow, even our accessories, calves. Just trying to give you those big calf muscles. That's my Arnold impression. That didn't go well. That didn't land the way I thought it would. Yeah, such is life. It's okay. Keep trying. Pretty sure there's a goose flying by right now. On that note, there's something honking in my driveway, and it's not a car. All right. Back to what I just missed. Kim, you made it, Anders. George, it said my bushing rod was torn, that my rear brakes were rubbing. I wish I remembered the name of this other thing that they said that I had no idea what in the world. Of course, they send you a text message, funny enough, that it's like this long list of everything you need to fix. And I'm like, oh, that's so convenient. I don't know where it went. That's okay. I guess it just means that we're not supposed to talk about it. I was just curious because you guys know everything about cars. Oh, wow. Rear brakes, suspension and shock absorbers, thrust rod bushings torn. Whatever that means. Yeah. So there. Kim, 21.1 went well. I got to the last double unders. I think if I was doing it, not that I feel like everyone can say that, oh, if you're doing it more seriously, you would have done better. I think if I would have done it twice, kind of like I was telling you guys, like your nervous system and your body gets used to doing it the second time you do it, especially with a new movement. And for me, that's really true. I feel more comfortable once I've done something twice, especially a movement I haven't done. So my first wall walks, I felt like where they were hard for me was the negative. Like I would just control the whole negative down the wall. And I think if I did it again, I think I could finish. I think easier said than done. But definitely, I really would like to incorporate wall walks for some shoulder health, especially since my lat issue. I feel like all those different pieces to the puzzle will definitely be helpful because my sores were sore. My shoulders were definitely pretty sore after that. D and double unders, I feel you. Stefan, yes. Double unders and handstand push-ups, you definitely have days. Totally, 100%. It's like, is it a good handstand push-up day? Is it a good double under day? You definitely nailed it on that. Dean, yes, they take a lot of time. Yes, we'll go over them in 1 second. Anders, so rope length, yes. Yeah, definitely doing 21.1 after the workout we did in the morning too. I was like, maybe didn't need to do 100 plus burpees before that, but it was a good warm up, I say. Why not? It's just about feeling it. It was fun. Oh, yeah, for sure. Then he can go back and watch. We'll just tell him what minute it's at. That's awesome, Erica. Erica, I feel you. I felt the same way. During them, I'm like, my shoulders. I'm like, oh, it's from the burpees. Good morning, Danny. Danny Thruster's here, guys. Yesterday. That was hilarious. Erica, they thought you had the inside scoop. Eilish, I'm just knock on wood right now. She's being Little Bear is just chilling, being very good. It could be, George. It could be that. Philip, yes, I actually felt vibrations in my steering wheel all the time. But to be fair, it also vibrates when I'm not in the right lane. Like when you leave the lane, it vibrates. But yes, it was definitely... The whole thing just sounded like a space shuttle, and I just thought that sounded cool. I thought it meant you were fast. Turns out that means your tires are completely worn out and your brakes and your bushing rod is whoop crazy. Oh, yeah, Stefan, I could see all that impact on your, you should definitely maybe do some traction today, hang from a pull-up bar or something. I love the RX Smart Gear. Stefan, which one do you have? Okay, we'll do this quick tutorial and get to the warm-up. I know we'll be a little over time today, but that's okay. It's the open. We have to learn things, right? Learn fresh things. Kim, I was totally like rolling down the road. My car's like with my Rocket Man on his surfboard. On that note, Kim, did you find silicone straws? So I have the RX Smart Gear Evo rope, and I love it. I've used a lot of different jump ropes, from my turquoise Amazon rope back there to the original. I used to do the Buddy Lee rope, was like my first jump rope. Looking back in retrospect, it was like this thick. I'm like, no wonder double unders were hard. With the wire, the light rope, it's super fast, so I feel like it's easier. It definitely hurts when you get whacked with it, but I'm kind of the mindset too, because with RX Smart Gear, you can order like a lighter one and they say it's more advanced. But to me, I'd rather learn on the faster rope, because once you get them, you're eventually going to get there anyway, right? But that's just my perspective. Maybe you want a slower one, but I think the lighter, faster one to make it easier. But that's just my personal opinion. Hold on a second. But scared bear. Okay, so yeah, the lighter the handle is going to be better, but also I think interestingly enough, I noticed when we're doing like high volume double unders, sometimes I see my grip kind of starts to you have to remember to relax your grip. Also, I like to hold the end of the handles, but we'll start with that could be George, because there was something messed up with the bearings. So the rule of thumb, guys, is if you put them under your feet, this rope under your feet, you want it to just about your armpits. See how it's to the top of my armpits? And they say, like when the RX Smart Gear guy comes in and talks to us, the more advanced you are, the shorter your rope can be. Oh, that's the PRX Eilish. It was actually a really good deal, and it's hydraulic. And the one thing I don't love about it is you can't do bar muscle ups on it, because it has this other like bar that keeps it sturdy down. But from a space saving standpoint, it's amazing. Like having the hydraulic up and down piece has been awesome. I would totally highly recommend. So you can make your rope progressively shorter as you become more advanced. So if I would maybe even start with the rope a little bit higher. So maybe up there instead of down here, because you can always shorten it. You can't make it longer, even maybe to the tops of your shoulders while you're learning. Didn't get that. Whoa. Siri, she's just always listening to my conversations. Siri, calm down. To the middle of yep, that's perfect. Stefan. Stefan or Stefan? How do you like it pronounced? So first I'd get a plate out. I'd work on some plate hops, really just to warm up those ankles and those feet. And even without the rope, as I've told you guys before, I would just recognize the difference between, let's see if I have a band. This one's gonna be like way too tight. If you have the lighter bands, because essentially, guys, this is gonna look silly, but there are people that'll get bands and put them around all the way up to their elbows, behind their back. And I wish I had some loose bands out here, because this is gonna keep me from letting my arms get crazy. It's just a good reminder. But you're gonna start with your jump. And what that looks like is the number one thing we've talked about this before, but for whoever out there that needed to hear double under tips today, what happens is we get nervous with our double unders is our arms go like this and our knees go like this. So we start doing this thing. You start the more beginner you are, the more movement you see in your knees, your arms, and your shoulders, right? So when we're warming up, if your single under hop is this high, I want you to practice warming up those feet, those shoulders nice and relaxed. Your double under is only going to be a little bit higher than your single under. So warm up a little bit higher jumps, but I'm not tucking my knees to my chest. So this is my single under hop. This is my double under hop. Nothing crazy is happening with my knees or my arms. You're not tuck jumping. You're not trying to over jump, because this movement it's a wrist action. It's really fast wrists with really relaxed shoulders. So next, after you've kind of practiced that jump a little bit, some people like to do it without. I'm kind of close to things. Some people like to just swing their jump rope next to them. Here's my single unders. Here's my double under, so you can work on that fast wrist action. And then step number 3 is when it's time to shine, gang, and it's time to start jumping, I just want you to envision your happy place. And I want you to stay as relaxed as you can in your shoulders and think about how fast you can move your wrists. So with my shoulders nice and relaxed. Little come here, buddy. Again, sorry for my warped plate. So this is my single under, right? Little hop, double under. No difference in your shoulders and your wrists. So I just want you to visualize keeping those shoulders as possible, trying to keep your hands as close to your side as possible. So cues today, guys, work on that jump, work on keeping those shoulders relaxed. And send a video from the front and the side, and we'll look at it. Any questions? Rope is a big piece of it, gang. I'm not trying to say, hey, go buy the most expensive jump rope on the planet, but a wire light rope is going to make a huge difference. And you can find those with a, very budget friendly. Dean, same. I did. I would scream. Also, lava box. I feel like we talk about lava a lot ever since the whole Corona thing. But anyway, when I learned, I'd get really mad too, Dean. But the very first cue I had, which it's an okay one, and I still have to work on not traveling far, is draw yourself a nice little box to work around too, because a lot of times that way you'll see if you're jumping back. Because you see a lot of people, even who was I watching that was is an elite CrossFitter, that they were doing so much of the dolphin hike. When you do this thing, there's a lot of that happening, and then you're like scooting across the gym like this. So I would start in a box to make sure that I was keeping. That's just another way to keep your movement quiet, right? Well, maybe, Anders, try the jumping with the rope by your side and just try to keep those wrists consistent, because it seems like you just need to get that wrist action down so that it becomes muscle memory. So work on the same hop and same wrist, then just put the rope one in each hand and then do it. My jump. What kind of rope do you have, George? Because, again, that does matter in terms of speed. I mean, look how fast this thing is. And, again, it's not the only fast one, but, this thing. Oh, wow. Guess I need to grease mine. That's kind of like a spin fail, guys. Hey, look how fast my jump rope is. Oh, no, there we go. I was holding it at the wrong spot. I'm like, this thing's so fast. But it's spinning quickly on its own, so I have to do less work. Less work. Thanks, Eilish. Same, Kim. I travel when I do double under. Yeah, Danielle, definitely try a little bit longer. Because even RX Market, they looked at mine and they're like, oh, you could size down. Once I hit myself in the back of the head twice when I was tired, I was like, I'm good with the longer one. Yeah, let me know, guys. Seriously, take some videos and send them over. I'd like to see them. Mine is I believe I got the G1, Kim, because Rich got the G2, and it's a narrower handle, and to me, it's like, I like having something, because you're gonna as your shoulders get fatigued, it's almost like your grip gets harder, and I like having the thicker rubber ends, whereas his is this skinny one all the way down, and it has some knurling, and honestly, I don't like the thinner version, but that's just my personal opinion. I like the decent size handle to hold on to as things get tired and sweaty. Yeah, Danielle, it's like, I don't need a haircut today. Let me live. All right, guys. So that was a fun tutorial. That took a long time. Sorry for the delay, but hey, I'm all about learning. So if anyone doesn't need to learn or care, they can fast forward to this warm-up section. But I'm all about if we can learn and improve things. Because, I mean, like I told you guys, I'm working on trying to calm my double unders down. I'm going to try to work on my wrist action today in the workout. And if there's any other things you guys want to talk about or tutorial about throughout the week, or weeks, let me know. I need some oil on mine, George. There's one side that makes a kind of squirrel sound too. Who knows? See what Little Bear does when we get going. All right, guys. So for the warm-up today, we have a 6-minute clock, 30 single unders or jumping jacks, J-jacks. That's what that means. 10 step back lunges, Little Bear, come here. I said she's being good, and she's like, peace. And 10 hip bridges. You guys, I got to order a new yoga mat. I only have this purple one. It just feels like not okay not being turquoise. First world problems. Little Bear. Buddy, come here. Little Bear got a bath last night, and she loves being blown dry. I think from like being abandoned and living in a bush. She likes, thank you. Thank you. She likes being blown dry. Good girl, bud. Gonna work out with us today? Be careful, it's double under day. We don't want to whip that cute fluffy hair off of you. All right, guys, so we're gonna start with our single unders or jumping jacks. I'm gonna start with jumping jacks just to get everything nice and warm. And we'll have that 6-minute clock. She's so fluffy from being blown dry. You guys, is there any way to fix a warped wooden board? I found my lifting platform got wet from the snow this season, and now it's like concave. Is it concave, convex, either one? But when I double under, it sounds like, again, we're going to the moon. What does it say? 30. Oh, there's the spot. Got it. 30 jumping jacks or single unders, 10 step back lunges, 10 hip bridge. Oh, it's speedy, all right. And they last forever. I just recommend when you order one that is to your, like, I would order 2 cables, like one to your recommended size, and then one either, if you're on that like end range, either one a size bigger or a size smaller, depending on which range you are based on the website. Because I think, again, everyone's a little bit different, and nothing's more frustrating than like investing in an expensive jump rope and then you get it and the cable's not the right length. And their cables aren't adjustable like that. Like, you have to get the size. So plus it's just good to have an extra one. And typically I think you can get away with 2 sizes, but it's nice to stay consistent. Just my personal opinion. 10 hip bridges, crew. Damn, my shoes tighter today. Guys, I'm a little creaky from the squats yesterday. Oh, she's so cute when she's fluffy. If you wet it down and put heat on it. Really? What? Is that true, Kim? Because I was like heartbroken that I busted it. All right, 10 hip bridges, guys. So I'm going to bring those heels nice and close to my glutes. Raise my hips, squeeze my glutes, my hamstrings, and my core. Four more. And 4. Eilish, thank you again for asking about the double unders for whoever was asking. That was nice of you to reach out for them. Now I'm going to get back to those single unders. Oh, it was so much too. You guys saw that day. I brought the car in from the snow, and it was like I came in here and it was like a flood that happened. I was like, ooh, that's probably not so good for the wood. And 30. Now we'll move into those step back lunges. Well, 10 total. Ooh, this mat's a little slippery again. And 10. Onto those 10 hip bridges. Oh, it's only Wednesday. I mean Tuesday. You don't need to groan yet. And 10. Back to our single unders. A little heat pop. Don't saturate it. Oh yeah, Kim, I totally would have dumped buckets of water on it. Thanks, Eilish. I hope it helps. I know how much it meant to me when I was learning things, to learn tricks and cues that really made a difference. But everybody learns differently too, so I understand that. Matt is so slick today. All right, 30 more single unders. Whoa, because I started double under. Whoopsies. And 30. Bring my feet up. Back to our step back lunges. How about 30 seconds here, guys? Finding bugs over there, Bear. All right, crew, about 5 seconds left in that warm up. I'm sure you guys are probably on to a couple more rounds than I am. Ooh, with a cutting board. I'm gonna have to look that up, George. I would just like it to be, I mean, I can double under on it now, but it sounds, I can't imagine that springs works very well. And I plan to lift on it after this. Not sure how that's gonna go. I could shut the garage, but as it warms up, it's like, who wants to do that? Okay, guys, let's go over this workout real quick. Oh, Jake wanted me to ask you guys if you're liking the backpack workouts. Has anyone been doing the backpack workouts is the question. Okay, well, that's awesome, George. I'm going to look that up. We'll do a little trial and error, see how that goes. All right, crew. So for our workout today, we have 4 body weights and for minimal, both 4 rounds. Also, yes, let me know if you guys are liking the backpack workouts. I really like them. The one yesterday was really challenging. If I wasn't doing that open workout, I would have done that one with the backpack thrusters and sit-ups. That thing looked awesome. So for body weight in minimal today, we have 4 rounds. For body weight, it's 50 plate hops or line hops, 30 step back lunges total, and 20 alternating leg V-ups. For minimal, we have 4 rounds, 50 double unders, 30 single dumbbell step back lunges, 20 alternating leg V-ups. So fun, crew. A little 4-rounder. Understand, Anders. Well, it's also like having a backpack where you feel like the weights move around okay and everything. I get that, George. I will, Eilish. Message sent. I mean, I love that having them as an option. And I mean, I know we're all similar in that we just like having more workout options in general. So thankful for that. Thankful they're doing that. So let's go over these plate hops and line hops. So for our plate hop, if I was in the barn, I'd draw a line on the floor and tell you, hashtag don't tell Rich. Ha ha ha. He doesn't seem to notice though. So maybe I'm just in the clear with the lines. We have Tedward, who's awesome, who's been cleaning too. So for plate hops, you see these in a lot of Hinshaw videos if you watch any of those. So you'll just have 50 plate hops. Try to be intentional about that turnover. You can try to pick up the pace a little bit. Or you can do line hops if you have a line or even an imaginary line or a truck line. You can do the lateral hops back and forth. I'm sure you guys saw these as an open option too in the foundations version. Or you can do 75 single unders or 50 double unders. I'm going to start with the double unders today and see how they feel after all the double unders yesterday. Hopefully they're fine. And take it from there. But like I said, if you guys are feeling over-hopped out from this week and this weekend, definitely you could sub for maybe high knees, which is still a little bit of hopping. Even a burpee with a step up and a step down. Maybe 10 burpee sub, something along that line. So if your calves or your Achilles are feeling a little overworked, like I said, you're walking around like a dog in socks, then maybe do one of those subs. Erica, we'll do our best to make that happen. Line hops for sure, Anders. I think because the lateral movement back and forth, because we don't go lateral a lot. The plate hops, you're still kind of going forward. I feel like they're a little bit easier too. The line hops, they get me in a different part of the shin for sure. Yes, Erica, that'd be awesome. All right, gang, for the step back lunges. My hope for you is to please don't slam your knee on the ground and try to keep your shins as vertical as possible. So for my step back lunge, I'm going to tap that knee on the ground, trying again to keep that shin nice and vertical, or as vertical as I can. Again, this is a movement you can be intentional about. Try to move a little quicker on. If you feel like you're tipping over, you can make that base a little bit wider. And again, try not to slam that knee down. If you have a knee sleeve or something, you can tap that knee on. And if you're doing the minimal, you'll grab that dumbbell. And since it's 4 rounds, I'm going to do a complete round with it on the right side. And then the following round, I'll switch to the left side. So I'll do 30 on my right, 30 on my left, right, left. Or you can do 15 and 15 or back and forth, however you choose. So this will be the step back lunges. And last but not least, we'll have those alternating leg V-ups. Really, really working to engage that core, guys. Make me proud. Pick that torso up off the ground, engage that core instead of flopping. I know we get tired when you want to flop. So bring that right arm to that left leg, left arm to right leg. And those will be our V-ups. I love V-ups. Great for the hip strength too, crew. underestimate how important that is. If you want to get toe to bar and things like that, do your V-ups. All right, crew. It's so much warmer today, guys. Oh, makes me so happy. All right, we ready to rock and roll, gang? Any questions? 4 rounds of 50 plate hops or double unders or 75 single unders, or if you want to sub 10 burpees, if you're just hopped out and you want to step up and step down, 30 step back lunges, and 20 V-ups. Any questions? All right, crew. Take a sip of water and then it's go time. We're going to start here in 1 more minute. I say 1 minute to make the math easier. We like easy math on a Tuesday. We start at 14 minutes. On my watch, that is. I'm sure you guys are super excited about 21.2 coming up too. Oh, nice, George. Glad to hear that they're all getting vaccinated. Yes, Philip, here we go. It doesn't count if we don't say that first. I said it halfway through sometimes, and I'm like, Stefan, funny you ask. My hips definitely pop when I start doing V-ups. But as they warm up, they get better. I used to ask everyone that. I'm like, does that happen in dead bugs? Or all right, guys, we're going to start in 5 seconds. 50, 30, 20. Here we go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Snake bite. And 50. Step back lunges. Like I said, crew. I'm going to start all on one side. Little bear. Good job, guys. And 30. On our V-ups, crew. 20 V-ups. And 20. Double under time. Remember, stay nice and relaxed on these guys, as relaxed as you can. Great job, gang. I'm gonna switch shoulders on these. Nice job, crew. And 30. Great job, gang. $19 and $20. Halfway, crew. 2 more to go. Snake bite. 50. Back to the right side, crew. $20, 10 more. $29 and $30. The ups and then one last round, crew. Yahoo! Happy Tuesday. $19 and $20. Last set, guys. Last round. to know about these guys is they're feeling easy. You can step faster. Easy peasy. Ten more. And 30. Last 20, crew. And 20. Great job, guys. And time. Little bear. Bear. Little bear. Little bear. That's my ability to whistle, gang. She went rogue. Just a little rogue. She's back. Good girl, bear. Just making sure we're accounted for here, guys. Nice job, crew. That's fun. Fun little Tuesday. Heap Hop. What's that movie? Heap Hop Anonymous? Crew. Let's see what I missed. Oh my gosh, I missed a ton. Holy mackerel. You guys had a lot of chatting to do. Yeah, same George. Dead bugs and V-ups. Get the hip hop. Oh, nice. Lots of vaccinations. Ooh, yeah. Kim, do you have Rip Fix? That stuff is like a miracle when it comes to healing the hands. It's counterintuitive because people think you want to dry them out, but actually keeping them more moist or putting stuff on them helps them heal faster. I'm always like, no, just dry them out, but really stuff is pretty magical when you keep them. Let me show you my favorite one on the planet. You have to, it's not like you can't find it on Amazon. You have to go to its actual website, but they gave this to us at the games a couple years back. This stuff is glorious. It's called Rapid Repair. Rapid Repair Wad Lotion. I always like order it in bulk because it has all these, let's see, essential oils and things. And I swear it has like tea tree oil, eucalyptus, coconut oil, shea butter, and cocoa butter. This stuff is magic. I actually use it anytime I get like chafing or anything from like muscle ups or gymnastics or even sit-ups, you know. I use that stuff and I'm usually healed like ASAP. Yeah, they say it's basically like to stop ripping, it's the amount of time you do a specific movement. So you'll tear earlier on pull-ups and things based on the amount of time you spend doing them, allegedly. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes your hands are just wet. Ah. Wow, that's crazy, Stefan. Apparently, I need to try this pseudo cream too, Eilish. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have so much to catch up on. Philip, you're dealing with it in Poland. Dean has become an extension of his basement. It sounds like. Huh. Wow. Anyone want to know the cure-all for any ailment according to Irish mammies and Eilish? Pseudo cream, flat 7-Up, and Vicks Vapor Rub. I love to hear country to country what people's go-to is. That's awesome. That's really cool. Danny, V-ups, same with like the dumbbell. Starting these workouts a year ago, V-ups were super tough and the dumbbell work was super tough. And as the years gone by, now I actually love V-ups and I love dumbbell work. Gary, Chris Rock. Haha, that's funny. Philip, nice job, crew. All right, gang. So for accessory today, like I said, that was a fun 4-rounder. If you were over jumping and had to sub, I understand that too. That makes plenty of sense with all the jumping this past weekend. So for accessory today, guys, we have 3 sets, 10 to 15 bent over single arm rows, 15 single leg calf raises, because if you haven't hopped enough, we're trying to give you Hulk calves this weekend, I think, this week. And 45-second side plank each side. Wow, I've never heard of this stuff, guys. I'm going to have to look that up. Because, I mean, that stick was my go-to, but now I feel like I need to really investigate, do my homework for the international market out there, you know? So, guys, for our bent over rows, I would suggest using a lighter dumbbell. I don't really have a lighter one. I have like 3 pounds or 35. 3 or 35. So, as I like to explain, my favorite position for the row is the position when you need to catch your breath after a workout, knee slightly bent, back nice and flat, and I'm going to bring that dumbbell up to my hip, guys. Not up to my shoulder like this. I'm going to bring it back to the hip. So I'll have 10 on the right, then I'll switch arms. That same nice flat back position, bring the dumbbell to my hip, 10 on the left. And then we'll have single leg calf raises. If you have something like that dumbbell to stand on, grab that, a step to hang your heel off of. If you don't, you can just grab onto a wall and try to come up on the ball, that foot as high as you can. If you have something to hang off of, great. Grab this dumbbell. Whoa! Okay, don't grab a dumbbell unless it's nice and stable, gang. Make sure you're nice and stable on there. We don't want anyone rolling off dumbbells. Make sure you're holding onto a friend or something like that. And you'll have 10 of those on each side. Trying to work on that end range, mobility and stability, and try not to fall off your dumbbell like I just did. Whoa! And last but not least, we're just kind of stopped doing side planks lately. We've been off the side plank train. I need to start doing, my knees have been so sore from snowboarding. I think I'm going to have to start doing the squat therapy they've been doing every day with the accumulate minutes on the wall. So for our side plank, guys, we're going to stack that shoulder over that elbow. Try to create a nice straight line from my chin to my toes. Try not to sag that booty. Try to accumulate 45 seconds on each side. If that's too hard, you can drop that leg behind you, or you can accumulate 40 seconds on each side. And I'll give you a fun little last accessory that's not listed on there that Rich and the gang have been doing every day for knees, low back, for everything like that. My knees are super sore right now, so they just are sore from being in a squat position for 3 days straight from snowboarding, like even though that was 2 weeks ago. So, in case you guys ever want to try this at home, this is what they've been doing every day. And I believe it to be super helpful. So you'll find a wall. Assuming you have a wall. If you don't have a tent, you can do this standing up. So you can also take a band and put a band around each knee. But I'm going to get in that squat position, bring my knees to my chest. And ideally in that squat stance that you do all your movements in, guys. So, and then I'm going to sit in this position for probably 5 minutes. Get real crazy with it and check on your shoulder mobility. My hands are struggling to touch the ground there. So I know I need to spend more time in that position. So after we bid each other all farewell, I have a date with the wall in the squat position. Hopefully it makes my knees feel better. All right, crew. That was a good day. Fun little tutorial to start. Fun little 4-round workout. Hopefully you guys are feeling good. Excited about 15.2 coming up here shortly. Any last questions? Danielle, I'm intrigued. What did you get from Rogue? Yeah, dumbbells have been really hard to find. I understand that life. Keeping a peek on Amazon, though. I have found all those 5-pound plates on Amazon. That's why I brought that dumbbell to Colorado. Hiding it in various pieces of luggage. Imagine traveling with 35 pounds of weight. Had to go light on the snowboard equipment because I was bringing a dumbbell. Yeah, Erica, Academy's kind of like hit or miss too, I feel like. Dean, definitely try it. They've been doing that every day and they've had amazing results. So I'm definitely gonna do that. Thanks, Eilish. Looking forward to car being done here soon. Well, crew, as always, super, super thankful for you guys today and the fun workout, all the laughs. Glad to hear 21.1 went well for everybody and excited. I know, Anders, it really was my luggage priority. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you guys. We'll have our public live tomorrow at the barn, and then they'll have their public compete live tomorrow after that at the barn. So tomorrow's going to be an awesome day. Hopefully today will be too. But I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 and hopefully 8:30. Have an awesome day.